Could a babyface Damian Priest eventually be the one to dethrone Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship? There was a tweet. Somebody tweeted me something, and I replied back to them about the possibility of Priest winning Money in the Bank. And could it be used to cash in on something other than the World Heavyweight title or the WWE Championship? Yes. Yes, it could. And that would be the only way that I see Damian Priest, if he qualifies, winning Money in the Bank. If the plan were for him to cash in on Gunther sometime after Gunther breaks the Honky Tonk Man's record, which is coming up fast. I mean, in September 8th, I believe, is when he'll either hit 454 days or he'll beat the streak. He'll beat the record. But sometime after that, I could see him using the briefcase, if he wins it, to cash in on Gunther. And that Priest could be the one to beat him and take the championship. Now, I still think LA Knight should win Money in the Bank. But if Priest gets in, I think that is a definite possibility. Look at what Gunther has done for the Intercontinental title over the past year. He has made a potential Money in the Bank cash-in on that championship actually feel like it would be on the level with the top titles in the company. And I wouldn't be able to say that about anybody else. And I got news for you. When he does eventually drop the title and somebody else takes it from him, it's not going to be the same. When he loses the Intercontinental title, I would love to think that they'll keep up with it and they'll have the Intercontinental Champion be somebody who is respected and the championship is something to be respected. I have a feeling that when Gunther's run is over and he moves on, this sort of reinvigorated glory period of sorts for this title is going to come to an end along with his run. But look at what he has done for that championship. Would it really be, if you look at it and say, oh, well, why would somebody cash in Money in the Bank on something other than the world title? Well, Gunther, the run that he's been on with the IC, would it really be that much kind of further down, almost like beneath the world title? Not really. Look at the way that he has raised the profile of that championship over the past year. The idea of somebody cashing in on Austin Theory for the U.S. title is a joke. But Gunther, I don't think it's far-fetched at all. And it also just so happens that on Friday, Gunther passed 1 year as the Intercontinental Champion. He has now officially been the Intercontinental Champion for over a year. And he is in the top 5 longest runs as Intercontinental Champion in WWE history. If he can hold on to that title through June 28th, he will pass Don Morocco at 384 days. He'll be in the number 4 spot. After that, he would have to pass Macho Man Randy Savage at 414 days, Pedro Morales at 424 days, and then ultimately the Honky Tonk Man at 454 days. What is Honky going to do? This has been his claim to fame for the past, 30 plus years. 40 years almost. What's he going to do? I worry about the guy. So at this point, it just seems inevitable that he's going to, they kept the title on him at WrestleMania. They didn't give it to Sheamus. They didn't give it to Sheamus or Drew McIntyre. At this point, why would you take the title off of him before he passes the Honky Tonk Man? But this man has been booked as a world beater before he even set foot in a WWE ring. Look at his last 3 title runs, the last 3 championships that Gunther has held. Over 400 days as the Progress World Champion. Almost 900 days as the NXT United Kingdom Champion. And he will beat that 454-day record as the IC Champion, guaranteed. You look at the matches he's had with Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, the 71 minutes he spent in this year's Royal Rumble match entering from the number 1 spot. He has had an incredible year. And he has done more for that Intercontinental title than anybody, at least since The Miz in 2017 and Seth Rollins in 2018. And honestly, it goes back even further than that. So it's been very enjoyable to see. There's bigger things for him in his future. Once he breaks the record, at that point, they should have somebody in mind as far as dethroning him. Because I see him going on to win the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania next year. Maybe even win the Royal Rumble. He doesn't have to win the Royal Rumble, but maybe he does. And goes on to win the world title because that is what is in his future. This title is a stepping stone for him, the way it used to be a stepping stone for other people like Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. and others who have held that championship, Steve Austin, The Rock, who have all gone on to become world champions, Gunther will follow that same path.